All right. Welcome in, everybody, to the Thanksgiving edition of Daily Bread, coming at you live right at 10:10 on the East Coast. This is the second edition of the Thanksgiving episode. We're approaching episode 350 just on episodes of Sosa and myself. So thankfully, we got paid for play and Sunday morning quarterback, so you just don't have to listen to us talk the whole time. So we got a lot of episodes on the channel. So if today's your first episode, since you're tapped in, trying to give your family some winners at the table to get yourself even more liked because you brought a shitty dish or whatever, you came to the right spot. It's all powered by the Wise Guys Diamond Club. Be sure to be hopping into their DMs for a weekend, week, or month package. Loaded slate. We had college football or college basketball. We do have college football tonight and NFL last season. This year, they graced us with the World Cup. Hasn't gone great for a lot of people, according to out there on Twitter, because you got the wild results, but always happens in Euros and
Bunch
with
of
the World Cup.
0-0 matches. What happened to the offense and the rules and the subs and the nothing? Unbelievable, man. It's unbelievable.
Man, it's really getting all the casual fans right and ready to keep watching more and more soccer. But if you're catching us on Twitter, hit the link up in the title if you want to be featured in today's show to drop your best bets. Let us know any questions. If we miss any games in the slate that you want to be talking about because you're from there, let us know because we got you covered today. Probably get out of here within 20 minutes to a half hour. We got our 3 segments. But Sosa, how we feeling today?
Feeling splendid, man. Happy Thanksgiving to you, everybody listening, watching, all that good stuff. We appreciate you as usual. Y'all are the reason why we do the show. Obviously, my dog is having a blast there in the background.
Hungry
Rudy,
dog.
Chill out,
Good
cuz.
thing we got some on the college basketball slate today.
Right. But yeah, other than that, man, I'm super excited for today. Last year was like super eventful. Last year on Thanksgiving, we went at like 7 a.m. You remember that? That was
Yeah, I had to get home. This
that was a
time I
good,
told my family I'm coming later.
that was a good time. We made a shit ton of money last year, so just really, like I said, excited and ready to eat. The turkey's already cooked. I took care of that already. So it's just time to get it popping, get some money. Um, really, I said really excited for football. Really excited for this for to see Brazil play in this for the first match in the World Cup. Want to see if a South American team is really about it. Y'all talking about Argentina this, Argentina that, and Europe this, Europe that. Outside of Germany, Europe's looking pretty damn good, respectfully. But all I heard before the tournament is how European teams haven't this and this and that, and
Hey, we still haven't seen the top dog in South America play yet. So we'll get to that this afternoon.
yeah. Sure. Organic sweet, casserole.
Mo's hitting up with the question, what are you drinking?
The brown, man. The brown. I'm not fucking with it. That clear stuff make me violent.
So I was about to say, me and Sosa don't. I guess we're too old, even though we're not old at all, to go out for what Goose said, Drinksgiving. Go usually a little bit harder today than I do last night because the packed bars and seeing a bunch of people I don't like is like my two big pet peeves.
I was chilling with the fam, man. Nothing real serious last night. Just did some prep stuff for like cooking and got the turkey and like like I said, got the turkey and all that other stuff. So now I'm just fully prepared to be a degenerate, watch some football, hang out with the fam, and make some money.
And there's no Thanksgiving tradition like no other of me trying to get college hoops on over the Lions game. But today, with the Cowboys and the Giants going at the 4:30 slot and Nova at 3:30, I think I might win today for the first time in forever. And I fucking hate Nova, but we'll watch it because we do have a play on that game as well. We got nothing in the 11 a.m. slate for college hoops action, so we can just get to the World Cup since they start first. If you're betting Kansas game early, best of luck. Not really trying to play that one because Grady Dick, man, can't miss right now.
Bro, he's nice. That motherfucker's nice. He's nice. I got no bad I got no bad critiques for Grady. He's like that. That's a badass white boy right there.
Yeah,
That's
we'll
all
see
I
if he
got.
can keep it going. A lot of hype. Started off as well as you can do. Let's see if it all gets to his head at some point. Usually happens with the Kansas players, right?
Yeah, but he doesn't he fits a different profile. If you know what I mean. If you know what I
All
mean.
right. What do you like in Ghana versus Portugal? Because this is where your goat is, since you've been going wild on
My
Twitter
goat.
about it. So,
I didn't say he was my goat. I just said Messi wasn't my goat. That's all. Like
so then that means this is your goat.
see, that's open. That's open for interpretation. Like my goat is the original.
43-42, Roger. You won your bet. Then
My goat.
Auburn with Northwestern was 43-42 yesterday as
Where
well.
he said the money line. We wish you good luck. Wasn't no chance I was touching that shit. No way. Not a chance. No way. And also, just to clarify, my goat is the original Ronaldo. Okay, from Brazil. That's my goat. Y'all can have whomever as yours because their games were on TV every week. Good for y'all. But like I said, I'm not going to get in the debate. I know Messi not the best footballer I ever seen. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. But moving forward in Ghana and Portugal, I think
Because you
this
got
game
the
is going to end
total
up.
at 2.5 minus 135. Portugal, huge favorites here. Let's see what you like.
I'm going to go with the first half draw. I think that we're going to see if it's 1-1, 0-0, whatever at plus 140. I'm taking it. Just basically the continuation of a tournament that's just been boring thus far. Like you said, they're really getting the casuals involved, right? Like you really give a fuck about the tournament after watching a bunch of 0-0 draws, right? Obviously,
Mhm.
right? It's like it really makes you want to watch it. I like the first half draw at plus 140, and obviously with the goal scoring stuff, it's all Cristiano Ronaldo minus 105, probably get a penalty.
I don't know. Will they convert
Equation.
it? The keepers have been saving them left and right. They haven't been the worst of takes, but they're like in that like 75% to 60% conversion rate once you put it in that 2/3 area where it's not right down the middle. It's right in the perfect glove spot. If he jumps that way and puts his hand out, extend it. That's kind of what cost us yesterday with the Canada total because Davies had the perfect shot to get us rolling.
Bro, they had a bunch of shots to get us rolling. They just fucking bricked.
And Courtois is Courtois.
Yeah, he was outstanding. Don't get me wrong, but you talk about missing some sitters. Lord God, missing some sitters is what it was. Canada had about 5-6 real legit goal opportunities. Just blew it in front of goal. I feel bad for them because a match like that can just the trajectory can be like you just completely bomb out. So yeah, like I said, Ronaldo at minus 105 to score a goal. I guess it holds value to some extent. And I'm taking a ticket on Bruno Fernandes as well at plus 200 to score a goal. Little quarter unit on that, and that's where I'll be laying my cash for this matchup that's coming on here in about 40 minutes.
Yeah, I kind of want to take the plus 1.5 with Ghana here just because I see a 1-0 result here for Portugal. As simple as that. Next game, my favorite thing right now on Twitter, you hashtag Eagles, the Serbian flag comes up.
I seen that. I was like, what the fuck? Because they you can do the fly Eagles fly or the whatever. Oh, it's fucking hilarious.
It's my favorite thing of all the Eagles beat writers just doing hashtag Eagles, and it's just the Serbian. But they're plus 110, so kind of similar if you can move them to the plus 1.25. But Brazil, not as big as favorites. Serbia, I want to say they're the most feisty team if you watch them in the Euros, but they got through. Over 2.5 at minus 140. Brazil minus 225 on the money line here. Do you think Neymar gets it finally? Your goat.
I like where you went with that. Yeah, listen, this Brazil team, huge expectations. They have they have the best team on paper. They're ranked number one in the FIFA World Rankings, which is the worst thing you can have entering a World Cup because no team ranked number one in the world has ever won the World Cup when it happened. So that's something that they have to get past in order to win this tournament. Obviously, you guys have talked about the historical, like certainties, like no European team has won. So obviously everyone's on a South American team. Brazil is obviously the big favorite, considering that Argentina just bombed out to I shouldn't have said it like that. Lost to another team. Um, but yeah, for this one, I got Gabriel Jesus at plus 175 to score a goal, and I'm going Richarlison to score a goal at plus
Charleston.
175. I can say it how I want to say it. Uh,
I was about to say, because we were going to get something in the chat saying, who the fuck is that guy?
It's Richarlison. That's how I say it. That's how some of the English people say it too. And yeah, my dog's making it. My dog's acting up. Does that mean we take Serbia with the plus? Is that what we do?
I don't know. That might mean Mitrovic finds the back of the net, because other than him, it's going to be a tough time for because they play with a back three, four in the midfield, a reverse like Christmas tree with one center attacking mid and two up top. I just don't think that's going to be able to contain Brazil in the wings here. As simple as that.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we should see some level of the beautiful game today, right?
I don't know. Well, that's kind of where this is going to be. I think Brazil has flushed out of all the tournaments just because they were stuck in early 2000s, late 1990s soccer. I think their manager finally has them playing the modern game at this point. So it's going to be, if they can get that cohesion still rolling, which they have, they're not losing in the South American play. So this has no business being a close game here. I'm too scared, so I can go to service tomorrow because I'm not laying the big favorite in this World Cup.
I wouldn't blame you, man. I don't blame you at all. Like I said, I'm going to take a couple small stakes on scores, and that's about it. Obviously, everyone believes that they will, they will beat the shit out of Serbia. That's everyone's expectation. I'm saying hold your horses a little bit. Also, Andy's very high on this Serbian team too. That's like just based on conversation with him. That's kind of the reason why I'm kind of like, maybe they aren't, maybe they are scrappy and can compete at that level. But I like Vinicius to get an assist for sure. See, I think Neymar and Vinicius are going to be more playmakers for this team. I think they're going to try and just move the ball, attract defenders, and they know that they can trust everybody around them to finish at a high level. So that's just my anticipation for this Brazilian team, personally.
All right, make sure you like, follow, retweet, sub. Now we're about to get to the good stuff. We'll blow through this college basketball slate real quickly here so we can get to the NFL, which we all know you're all hungry for. So did not intentionally stack these games so they work out in good time slots, but the first one at 1:30, coming off a 2-1 day yesterday. We're backing a Pac-12 team, which is scary to say the least, but we're going to see a Kermit Davis masterclass here. Him in close games always fumbles the bag, regardless who they have on their team. Without one of their top scorers in the lineup still, they thought today would be one of their days for his debut. Not so fast yet, so Stanford on the money line at even to start off the day here. Ole Miss, sure, Stanford has the worst record, but I just don't like who Ole Miss has played so far this season. Sure, you can only have 4 games in, so that's where I don't want to ramble on to the stats so far like we've done more last season, but they just haven't looked impressive. Maybe they finally get up for the first game, but I don't think it's today. And that follows a common trend with the second game. So we're back in Nova on the money line at minus 125 for a 3:30 start facing Iowa State. Iowa State has played a whole bunch of nobodies. Nova's had I don't want to say tough contest so far, but against the Michigan State game and a close one against Temple where they don't pull out the 2 tough L's so far. I think today's an easy bounce back spot for them here. I think they find their rhythm from deep. I don't think Iowa State will be able to contain the 3-point line against a solid team.
I hear you. Listen, you're doing the right thing here. You don't bet on Iowa State unless they playing at Ames. Unless they playing in that raggedy ass, terrible gym in Ames. It's the only time you bet on them. Usually on like a Saturday morning. That's it. It's the only time you bet on that team. Or you fade them. That's just that approach has worked very, very well over the last 5 years. So I'm on board 100%.
third one of the day here. You know, our man from San Francisco last season, Ty Golden, now the coach of the Gators. And what happens when he takes over the Gators? They finally beat Florida State because Leonard Hamilton owned Mike White. That was 8 straight years of just ownage in that series. Now Florida got
Looking
a
like
win.
a down year at Florida State, isn't it? It's looking like a down year.
Well, yeah, but still, it was regardless. Even when Florida State had down years, they beat Florida no matter what because Leonard Hamilton just owned Mike White. It was the funniest thing every single season. Now, Florida going into Xavier, I do not like this Xavier team whatsoever this season. Some people have them high on their list. Florida on the money line at plus 105. So, sure, those are two baby dogs out there for you. And then let's see if the totals are still in range because one of them jumped 8 given the closing line value, but I had over 138 in UConn versus Oregon. That's sitting at 139.5, so we won't count that one as official, but I gave it out somewhere else, so it is official for me. I do got my money on it. And then the last one is Seton Hall, Memphis, over 138 minus 110. This one's clearly going to get through fouling time to get this one here. Picking a winner, no thank you, even though all the games I picked were close ones and toss-ups here. I just want to watch this game more than anything else, and I think this one ends in the 150s.
Yep. You already know our boy is the coach of Seton Hall now. We're going to be following them very closely, not only in playing, but through the recruiting circuit. I think that Seton Hall is about to have one hell of a haul in recruiting coming up right here. We're about to see Jersey kids start staying in Jersey. And I'm not talking about going to Rutgers. They're about to start pulling up to Seton Hall to play for him.
Goose, throw on the earmuffs.
Yeah, Goose ain't gonna want to hear this, but them Jersey kids ain't finna be leaving Jersey. They're not going to Louisville no more. They finna pull up to Seton Hall. They're not.
That was the easy one.
Yes, a lot. He's locked in now.
No, that was the easy one, not going to Louisville.
Yeah, well, it's looking rough right now, but listen, Kenny's going to get some guys in the transfer portal. Louisville will be fine. They still have millions of dollars from Adidas and millions of dollars from people who, are a part. Yeah, I'm no offense, Goose, but listen, man, Seton Hall just.
You see, this is how we know we're thankful for all our subs. We don't even have to talk. Big Game James already knows.
They already knew. They do.
But there's 5 college hoops plays. 1 moved a 1.5 in the past hour, so we'll make it 4 official ones on the show. But I got my money on all 5. Now, what everyone came here for.
Yes, sir.
Let's start it off with the Bills Lions. Let me get up the banner.
Lions. Everybody's going to tell you to take the Detroit Lions today with the points. I'm not going to advise anyone to do that. I think they'll be able to score some points. Obviously, we saw the late backdoor from Cleveland last week. Same building they're playing in. Obviously, it's a back-to-back. They get 2 games in 4 days and at the same stadium.
Didn't they go home, though?
I don't think so. That would be pretty stupid.
I think they went home and they prepared by being in the visitors' locker room, even though they're the home team to get themselves ready. There was a whole bunch of big brain going on there.
Listen, they're millionaires. They figured it out. They'll figure it out, and I'm sure.
I just wanted to give the big talking heads points.
I hate the way that situation went, but play it as it lies. Plays outside. That's part of what makes the football so great, right? If you have an outdoor stadium, the weather should be an advantage for you in the event that it snows or shit like that. But they still move the game. In this one, I'm rocking. Well, today, first of all, 2 things I'm rocking with. I'm rocking with quarterback scoring touchdowns. So off top, I'm taking Allen and Daniel Jones, both to score a touchdown. Small stake on Daniel Jones, a half unit on Josh Allen to score a touchdown. Josh Allen is at plus 120, but the line is moving, and Daniel Jones is at plus 290. I think both of them get in the end zone. I know everyone believes in the Cowboys defense. I think that it's going to be a pretty competitive matchup for the most part. Even though the receiving corps for the Giants is absolutely decimated, losing Wan'Dale Robinson was like the last thing they needed. But it happened, and it's just Daniel Jones is going to have to make something happen. I think he gets in the end zone running the ball. And then the 2 receivers that I like as far as taking a small ticket on for scoring in the Detroit game are Gabe Davis at plus 130 and Isaiah McKenzie at plus 370. I think that it's going to be an offensive game. I think obviously we've seen Detroit's defense struggle, especially against passing teams. Um, if Miami didn't run the ball a single time against Detroit, they probably would have scored 80 points. This Buffalo team is built very similarly. They have a bigger arm quarterback, but they have receivers that can beat the coverage, every coverage that they're going to see today. So yeah, those are the three that I like are, say it again, Josh Allen, Isaiah McKenzie, Gabe Davis, all three to score a touchdown. If you parlay them, it's like plus something crazy. I didn't actually look at it. Let me see what the number would be. If you parlayed all three, it's plus 2,500. But I bet them all straight.
I like the Lions wide receivers in this matchup here, big time.
I don't.
Why not? The Bills secondary is only healthy.
Something tells me that Buffalo's going to come out here and undress them. Pause. I think it's going to get kind of ugly personally. But again, I have no play on the side as far as like the spread. I do think the over is a good play, but again, it could get ugly. You're letting the track team play on a fast track. I don't know about them being just like Minnesota and being able to match Buffalo offensively, because that was the problem last week. Cleveland was held a 10-point lead to start the game. Once Buffalo's offense started rolling, they pretty much got down inside the 10 every single time they had the ball. Whether they scored a touchdown or field goal, it was basically, Detroit might not have folded a couple times inside the 10, but again, Cleveland didn't. And like I said, I think Detroit's defense is nowhere near as talented as Cleveland's. So we'll see.
I don't know. DJ Chark's calling my name, but I guess I'll stay away from
I like it. No, at plus 500, first game back, right? I looked at it too.
All right, as long as I'm not crazy there.
Yeah, no, it's not
trying
crazy.
to see let me see. Where is it his first game back from injury?
Yep. And then also, listen, I can't talk anybody off Jamal Williams. He leads the fucking league in rushing touchdowns.
He played last week, but he didn't get a catch. He had one target. That's what I thought.
Yeah, well, I mean, maybe, second game back, even better opportunity for him, right? But yeah, listen, Jamal Williams should be an auto bet at this point. He scores every week, whether it's once or or if he gets in the end zone multiple times. He's having an amazing season scoring touchdowns. And I think he only has like one touchdown that's outside. Oh, yeah, shout out to Eddie. Brock Wright, he said red zone target for him. I meant to mention this earlier. Red zone target. First touchdown was what, like plus 6,000, 6,600, something crazy. So nice little sprinkle. I definitely sprinkled that when he told me. And I think I got that on Caesars. Yeah, I think Caesars. But yeah, Brock Wright. Obviously, we got Hawkinson gone. So, but next game is the Cowboys Giants.
Gross.
I guess I've already mentioned I like Daniel Jones to score a touchdown. It's worth the ticket at plus 290. Tony Pollard, again, couldn't talk anybody off taking him. He's obviously been the more explosive back. He's been the better back in Dallas. As much as it pains me to say that, I'm not a Dallas fan, but I'm a big fan of Ezekiel Elliott. I think that people neglect to acknowledge like football IQ and things that make you a good football player outside of just getting 1,500 yards. So it's a give and take. There's no lie right now that Tony Pollard's the more explosive back. That's clear as day. He's also younger, so it makes sense. But in this one, for me, it's Dallas or nothing.
Damn, really? You want to lay double digits?
Listen,
just because they're hurt.
Thanksgiving at the crib, divisional matchup. You beat them. You're past them in the division. You maintain a small window between.
Yeah, you can win by single digits. I just don't see how they blow them out.
You know how I see a blowout? They lost to this team with Cooper Rush. That's why I see an ass whooping coming. They lost to this team with the backup quarterback. The Giants might get stuffed today. Pause. Just saying. It might go down. It might get ugly for them. They beat this team with the backup quarterback. They should get their asses whooped exponentially today in Dallas. Sorry to say it like that. And listen, if the Giants win, I'll eat my crow because I wish the game could end in a fucking tie. I wish both teams could fucking lose, but unfortunately, it's not the case. You can't get everything you want in life.
No, facts, but that's just where I just think they keep it close. I don't know if they end up maybe they get it late, but with the last week, I think the Giants were completely looking past the Lions and giving them no respect for it. And that's what ends up happening to a team like that. And they went off their style of controlling the rock and not just running the ball and having 6+ minute possessions here. So I think when the Giants go against that, that's the only way. And sure, the Cowboys know that. Sure, they lost to a backup the last time. I just can't lay double digits here. That's my only part. Especially divisional matchups when you harp on that the teams are built to beat each other and you should never lay double digits in a divisional matchup type of mantra.
How do you lose to a dome team in your home stadium when it's cold outside?
I don't know. It was like week 2 or week 3. It wasn't cold.
Didn't they just lose to the Lions last week?
Oh, Lions. I thought you meant the Cowboys earlier. Yeah.
Right.
They Lions offense was going unreal.
They got smoked. How you get smoked by Jared Goff in the cold? That's embarrassing, dog.
The Lions are hot.
Their asses whooped today, bro.
Back. Don't hate on the Lions, man.
And Dallas got that bad taste in their mouth from last year. Remember we picked Oakland or the Raiders to beat the shit out of them last year, and they beat them, and every bet hit. Yeah, it's redemption. They're in their house. They bad taste in their mouth from last year. Dallas wins today. I think relatively convincing. I don't think it'll be close. I never say that about them. So
Ruby was going nuts to start the beginning of the show. Late covers are always in play when you're laying something larger than an 8.5. And when you got a 9.5 and 10 in the first 2 games, I always have to try to side with the dog there. But for the last game of the day, after you get 2 huge spreads, who made the joke? NCAAB King beat me to it.
Oh, that's Lamar.
Yeah. Lamar. Yeah. Make sure you follow him. I'm pretty sure his Twitter handle is NCAAB King. Yep. Kirk, Primetime Kirk, and Mac Jones. Going to be a beautiful Sunday night game. So maybe throw on the Egg Bowl. We'll get to the Egg Bowl at the end, guys. Don't you worry. We won't ever go a Thanksgiving episode without talking about the Egg Bowl.
Bro, listen. In this game, I'm going with 2 things I know for certain will happen. Danielle Hunter will get a sack, and Matthew Judon will get a sack. And if you're feeling frisky, take Dietrich Wise to get a sack. Because I don't know if y'all watched that Minnesota offensive line last week, but they fucking stink. They're absolutely horrendous. So I'm taking all things Patriots defense, maybe even a Patriots defensive touchdown. I forgot what the number was. Let me get the number for you on the defensive touchdown for the Patriots. That offensive line is horrible. And you talk about another fugazi. Y'all thought the Giants was good. Wait till y'all see what Kirk Cousins got for y'all. Wait. Y'all gonna be like, damn, this motherfucker sucks. Wait till y'all see this shit. Holy shit, he sucks. Can't believe I said he was. I can't believe I said he was better than fucking Jalen Hurts. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, you are dumb for that. Big time dumb. But the wildest thing of this game here, last week, Vegas told you with Dallas being favorites here. Now what is Vegas telling you? The Patriots are a half point better on a neutral field against a 8-2 Vikings team where the only 2 L's came against 2 NFC East teams. So you can't fault them for that because it's such a good division. But you're really telling me the Patriots are a half point better?
You seen them on Sunday?
Oh, yeah. Kirk was my fantasy quarterback. I saw all
they play in that same stadium. It's going like against Belichick, man.
Nah, man. I think this is the game where I used the Randy Moss gif for a reason today. Jettas can win single-handedly. If Kirk throws some ducks, he can still make the big plays. But that's where you always know Bill schemes for the best player, all that stuff. Kevin O'Connell, let's make your money here. Let's see you actually scheme up something to neutralize that. Maybe get Dalvin a little bit in the game so then you can hit Jettas on some big play actions and
Jack
maybe
Jones is going to punch Jettas in the chest in the first quarter and he's going to quit.
Hawkinson's going to get destroyed going against the middle too then?
Gonna hit him one time and be like, man, I don't feel like playing anymore. Kirk hanging me out to dry. I'm getting fucked up. I can't wait. It's coming. It's coming, man. Again, like y'all got fooled by the Fugazi. It's only one.
I saw the
There's only
Vikings
one good
not
team in
being
the
good
NFC.
in person.
There's only one good team in the NFC, and they play in Santa Clara. But we'll talk about that in about a month and a half. There's only one good team in the NFC. One great team.
I'm just excited to see the Birds whoop another NFC North team's person and ass in night because they're doing the black helmets. I'll be at the Sunday night game.
Oh, we'll be at the Sunday night game.
No, I'm already. Me and my dad are already going. Damn. I never switched the ticker for the bottom. We're talking about Detroit Buffalo the whole time. My bad. But wrap it up. Egg Bowl. Someone said, "Don't bet the Egg Bowl." I don't know. It's gonna rain for another game. You have Lane, who's out the door, but
is it at Oxford or at?
It's in Oxford.
Okay.
It's gonna rain. We talked about this on Paid for Play 2 days ago. Lane, how much does he care about this game? One of the other narratives is this entire Ole Miss team is a bunch of transfers and freshmen, so they've never had an Egg Bowl before. But this Miss State team, boy, oh boy, the past 4 weeks, they can't do shit, and neither of these teams can stop the run with much success. So that's where how much will Miss State take advantage of that factor here? I don't know. The pure talent on this end seems like Ole Miss should roll. But with the rain, it's craziness. You saw DK Metcalf do the dog pee thing. Then you had Elijah Moore a few seasons later, do the same exact shit. But I don't know. If you got a rocket side, wait till Ole Miss gets dogs in the game. It's going to be a fun one. Other than that, that's probably today's episode. 30 minutes.
30 minutes. Best 30 minutes you'll have of your life for today, outside of when you fall into a food coma and all your bets hit. So,
a lot of plays on the board today. Plenty. Run it back. Started off with World Cup, college basketball, NFL. We'll be back at you live tomorrow because USA plays England and another loaded slate. Paid for Play. You can queue it up later. Queue it up tomorrow morning if you want. We already covered all the Friday games. Like,
shout out
retweet, follow, sub.
Shout out to the favela god, Neymar Jr.